Hi everyone, this is Nicole with Honest Try TV, and this is the beginning of a long experiment. Jason and I just went to the Costco website a couple weeks ago and ordered the Vita, V-I-T-A, what's it called? The Vita 8'X12 Keyhole Garden. So FedEx just dropped off our boxes, and we have 6 large boxes here in our garage that my mother and I, are getting ready to unpack and organize. In the meantime, Jason is going to use our garage full of tools here to create a level space in our yard that's approximately 8'X12 so that we can put it together. He read the reviews, and the reviews said that if your yard isn't level, then the set will be very darn near impossible to put together, that the pieces won't actually connect. So it's not a step that we can skip, although I'd like to. So Jason's going to level the yard. My mom and I are going to open these boxes and organize these into these pieces into steps so that we can kind of map out an action plan for how we're gonna build this sucker out. So it's currently Wednesday. We're leaving on Sunday to go on a trip with my parents. So our goal is to get this built between now and Saturday. We probably won't worry about putting plants and such into it until we get back from the trip, because obviously you have to water your plants and such and take care of them. So we'll wait to get potting soil and plants when we return, but our mission between now and Saturday is to just get this thing built. So okay, hang out with us as we start our first phase of prep work on our garden. Okay guys, so we just opened box 1 of 6, and these are our posts, our fence posts. So if I remember correctly from the video on Costco's website for how to put this thing together, these are going to basically be step 1. We put the posts up kind of in the position generally around the perimeter, and then after that we get the exterior wall pieces and slide them into place. So it looks like we're basically, so the boxes are numbered 1 of 6, 2 of 6, 3 of 6, etc. So it looks like they're organized according to the step in the process, which is good. I'm hoping that that's how it's done. We've only opened 1 box so far, so this is what we've got so far. Still looking for an instruction manual, but based on the video, it looks like this is actually step 1 here. So more to come. And here we have box 2 of 6 now open. As you can see, we still have some posts, but now we also have what we believe to be exterior side panels as well. Still no instructions in sight, but it looks like the parts that are needed for the first phase of building the exterior wall are pretty much in boxes 1 and 2. We might have to print the instructions from online. We did see them on Costco. So if they're not in the box, if they're not in one of these boxes, all is not lost. All right, next up. And here we have box 3 of 6. So we have 1 more little post there on the end, but we're hoping that these are all of our external wall panels. So our goal is going to be to use boxes 1 through 3 to build the exterior of the garden, if we can today. And then we're going to stop here for now. So my mom and I are going to transport these to the backyard, and then we'll show you where we're at so far in terms of parts unpacked. All right, hang in there. Okay guys, so here we are with boxes 1, 2, and 3 spread out on our yard. So we have our posts there, we have our gate, and we have what we hope are the panels to the exterior wall. And so we're hoping to use this little plot right here. As you can see, it's, well, maybe you can't tell, but it's not level. It kind of slopes down like this. Other than that, it basically is like pretty level. So we just need to like even it out just a little bit. Get that gentle slope out of there. And then hopefully we can use this as our 8x12 space to build our vegetable garden. So yeah, here we are. And it's currently like 3 in the afternoon. So Jason should be out here shortly, I guess, around 5-ish, to start clearing the land, if you will, so that my mom and I can go ahead and frame this sucker out today. And then we'll call it quits and go take showers and get our lives together. All right. More updates to follow soon.
So welcome back, everyone. Honest Try TV, this is Jason. I'm here digging out the trench so then it could evenly be fitted onto the land. Right now what I'm gonna do, right here, I'm gonna dig this about 24 inches all the way down where that flag is, so it could be nice and leveled when we place the, when we start building the actual, what is it called, garden rack? Okay, sounds good. Thanks, everyone. Be back in a sec. Oh, and if you guys like this review and building of it, like and subscribe to the channel. It'll help us out a lot. Thanks. All right, everyone, I got about halfway through so far of digging. I'm gonna finish digging this trench. We're gonna try to level out the base on both ends to make sure everything fits nice and secure. I'm a little out of breath. All right, talk to you guys in a sec.
Hi, this is Nicole with Honest Try TV, and it's a work in progress. So we opened all 6 boxes in order to make sure that we got the parts that we needed. And we're trying to get the outer wall done today. So it's me, Jason, and my parents. And this is how far we've gotten. So as you can see, we have like, we have the exterior posts up. And we have the first round of outer wall panels in place. And we started putting the inner wall panels in, and for the U, because it's a U shape with a door on the end. But started getting too heavy. So one of the keys to putting this together is to have a level ground. And as you can see, our yard is not level at all. So that's what they're over there working on now. They're trying to get it level so that we can put it together. So my baby's hard at work with my parents trying to get the ground level so that we can get this in place. And yes, this is our progress so far. We did take a break for dinner, but so far I think we've been working for about 2 hours. Obviously, if you have a perfectly level yard, you probably won't have to struggle as much as we are. So, okay. More to come shortly. Okay, and here we are. So we have the outer wall complete here. We're putting in the second level of the outer wall, and we're starting to build our inner wall. All right, so we're coming along. Let's take a step back so you can see the whole project. So here we are coming along. All right. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we've got fewer materials. So my family went to the garage so that they could get boxes 4, 5, and 6 and haul them around to the back of the house. But here we are. So we've got the outer wall complete, and we are working on the inner wall as soon as we finish getting the materials from those other 3 boxes. Okay, so we made a minor mistake. As we were putting in the second panels, we didn't realize that there's a connector piece that goes in between the panels. And now we're having to lift them up a couple of inches so that we can install the connector piece kind of after the fact. So if you happen to make this noob-like mistake and miss the opportunity to put in the connector piece when you're supposed to, my mother found that you can use 2 butter knives. Let's see if I can get a shot of her doing it. You can use 2 butter knives. Come on. There you go. So wedge it up, just like that. Just enough to get your fingers in there. And then after that, you can lift it with your fingers and then slip the connector piece in. So that's what we're doing now. And this will prevent the dirt and water from seeping out of your raised bed. So whoopsie. Whoopsie. We kind of skipped ahead and just started throwing the panels in, not realizing that these connector pieces were supposed to go between them. But luckily, thanks to my mother, we found a solution for getting them in after the fact. So here's my mom using a butter knife to wedge them up so that Jason and my father can use their fingers to lift them enough so that we can then slip this connector piece in there. You see Jason doing that now. So that's the piece that we missed. And then we just lower the upper panel back down, and now we have a tighter seam. So whoopsie. Minor rework to make that correction, but we're still coming along. Okay, guys, so as it turns out, in box 6 of 6, we found the instructions, the assembly guide. We actually were using an assembly guide that we printed from the Costco website because we'd already opened 3 and we didn't see one, so we were like, okay, well, screw it. We're gonna just, print it. Come to find out, it was in box 6 of 6. So apparently they want you to open every single box in order to find that. Yeah, whoopsie. So we're coming along, making progress slowly but surely. So now we're doing the second layer of the inside walls. And then after that, we'll be ready to do the final top layer. And those are the mesh pieces that you see. Hi guys, welcome back to Honest Try TV. This is day 2 of our adventure putting together our raised garden. So again, this is the Vita 8'X12 raised garden that we bought from Costco. Yesterday we were able to finish the exterior and interior walls, and then today we're going to finish it off by putting in the honeycomb panels that are basically going to be the top portion of the garden. So hang out with us as we try to get this wrapped up as quickly as possible. And here are the remaining pieces that we need to add. Okay guys, so this is what the product's looking like so far. So I put in the honeycomb. Jason, me, my mom, and my dad installed the honeycomb layer that goes in the top of the unit. So we're basically done. So Jason's going to get a weed whacker so that we can get all these little pieces of grass kind of cleaned up. And we're also going to get some black ground cover, the kind of like black tarp stuff that you usually put down before you put mulch. And we're going to cover the ground with that as well, so we have a nice base to start with before we put down our potting soil. Finally, we have the caps, little decorative caps here that say Vita. I don't know if you can see that. So these go there, and all along. So I started putting those caps here so we have a nice clean finish. Also, there's a black sheer cover that I can put, because we tend, as you can see, we kind of back up to some woods here, and we have a lot of deer and what do you call those things, groundhogs and whatever else, and I don't want them coming to my garden for lunch and dinner. So we'll also install a mesh covering to keep the plants protected against rodents. Excuse me. Allergies. So yeah, this is what the almost finished product is looking like. Basically, the only thing missing at this point are the caps, and also it came with compost boxes that you can install, but we're not going to use those. So as far as we're concerned, I think it was four composting boxes that you can place throughout the unit, but we're not going to be using those. So this is the pretty much finished product. Like I said, the only final step left is to put the little caps like here, 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 here. And then we're going to clean up the interior flooring here and get our ground cover down, and we'll be ready to go. Okay guys, after about an hour, this is our completely finished product. So we've got the caps on, we've got our little rocks down there to help us stabilize it and level it out, and we've completely put the system together, excluding the compost boxes that came with it. So I'll just give you a really quick tour of my new raised bed vegetable garden, soon to be. So here we have our little compartments where I can easily identify and plant my little items here. It's a U shape, as you can see. And I have this cute little walkway down the middle, and then a door at the end. And like I said, I'm planning to cover it in like a mesh-like material to keep all the little nasty critters out, and the deer and everybody else who might want to jump in here and have a little buffet. But here is our completed 8x12, 8x12 vegetable garden. So it only took us maybe a total of 4 hours to put together over the course of 2 days. A lot of that was due to the fact that our yard is not level, and so that created some real challenges in putting the system together. But we have her here now. So yes, so more to come as we go ahead and get it prepped. Like I said, we're going to put in ground cover, potting soil, and then I'll take you with me on my little vegetable planting adventure into our first foray into gardening. So the review. It was fairly easy to put together. I do like the fact that it does not involve hammer, nails, glue. There's literally no additional equipment. The units pretty much just slide into each other and connect easily. You have all the parts you need in the boxes themselves. It's made out of plastic, PVC, white, as you can see. So there's no worry about needing to paint it or sand it or anything, like refinish it. It's going to look like this no matter what happens. All you have to do is kind of power wash it off, and you'll be right back where you were with a brand new looking product. It looks nice, and it's, you know, I'm not the strongest person in the world, but as you can see, it's pretty sturdy. It's very heavy. I have absolutely no worries that the wind is going to come through and blow this sucker down. I feel like our plants are going to be safe. I feel like animals are not going to be able to easily break through this. Of course, that remains to be seen, but it looks really sturdy. So overall, I would rate this product like a 10 out of 10 so far. Like, I'm really pleased with it. It was very easy to put together. Our challenges came from the fact that, like I said, my yard is slanted. We're not level over here. And so, you know, but for that, I'm sure it would have gone much more smoothly and easily. It didn't take 4 people, honestly. One person could have probably done it by themselves. The instructions were very easy to read and straightforward. The pieces are lightweight enough that one person could lift them. Nothing was exceptionally heavy. I'm 4 months pregnant, and I was able to, you know, carry everything. Probably like 2 or 3, 4 pieces at a time when you're looking at the really long little plank parts here. They're heavy enough to be sturdy, but they're not so heavy that like one pregnant woman couldn't lift them. So all in all, I would rate this a 10 out of 10. I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks great. I hope it works well. But yeah, I'm really pleased. And I love like the space. You do have the composting boxes available, but I really feel like this is going to work for us and our needs. So yeah, 10 out of 10 from Vita. And like I said, we'll take you on our adventure as we actually use this and attempt to grow our first little veggies here for the baby food that we'll hopefully be making in October. So, all right, guys, that's it for the review. All right, thanks for joining us, guys. This is Nicole, Jason, and our parents with Honest Try TV.